Hi, it's Alex Elaine here.
How you doing, Alex? You okay?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing good too. Thank you very much for asking. I appreciate it.
Pleasure. Well, look, let me know how you're hoping I can be helpful.
Okay, yeah. I've been looking to get into SaaS sales or sort of develop a career in sort of software as a service and sales. I've basically had I've been doing testing and sort of software testing for a couple of years, and then I was offered a position at a company, a Turkish company. I'm Turkish myself, and a CEO of a Turkish company approached me and offered me an opportunity to sort of help him start and establish his company in the UK, which is quite successful over in Turkey. So I agreed, and he pretty much took me on and said, I'd like you to sort of, my aims are to sort of make you the CTO in the UK, and I'm going to personally sort of mentor you into that position. And that sounded like an absolutely fantastic opportunity for me, so I took it. So that was in September. And then during the time that I was there, I pretty much did the role of pretty much an SDR, as well as a lot of other things. So I had loads of responsibilities. I helped out sort of the tech team as well. I got involved with the software developers, but on a major scale, I was pretty much reaching out to people on LinkedIn, by emails, with a team from Turkey, and presenting the company and pretty much booking in leads for them. In February, unfortunately, the company had sort of some things happen over in Turkey with their contracts, and it affected their business quite sort of in a major sense. And I got a call in February saying, I'm so sorry, but we're not going to be able to continue our operations in the UK. We have to focus and try and sort of fix things over here. But, when things heal, we're definitely going to get back in contact and like you to get involved. So I was pretty much put in a position with a day's notice, and I didn't have a job. This sort of led to a few things going south. I sort of couldn't stay the place that I was staying anymore. I had to move sort of back in with parents and find myself a temporary job to pretty much, well, get myself back on track and sort of float my bills. In that time, I was looking, well, I need to get back into sort of professional work. So I started searching, and it really made me sort of think, what do you really want to do? Because you've been doing testing, but that was just for an opportunity after COVID or during COVID that you got, which sort of helped you get to a place where you were making some achievements. This pretty much led me to finding out about sort of what career path I want to take, and my personality, my traits, and everything. And I thought, okay, well, I want to sales sounds interesting, but I didn't really want to just go into anything. I've got quite a techie background. I understand tech, software, all of that. I've worked with it in my sort of professional experience as well. And doing research, I found out about SaaS sales, and I was like, oh my god, this is me. Like all of my traits, all of my natural self, it completely fits in within this sort of sector. So I started doing more and more research, and I found out that yeah, SaaS is definitely something that I wanted to. SaaS and sales is something that I definitely want to go into. So I started searching, and obviously where a lot of companies where they in it for experience, and I've had the struggle of, because I don't have the experience, I'm not able to sort of find myself a position or a company that I seem attractive to. So I applied to a few agencies, a company called Pareto. I don't know if you know about them. They pretty much take on graduates and people looking to go into sales, and they don't base them off of experience, but off of your performance on a assessment day. So I attended an assessment day. It was a virtual one for me. There was over 50 other sort of prospects there, as well as about 10, 15 of Pareto's assessors. And they picked out 12 people, and I was just being myself. There was a little preparation to be done. But yeah, they talked to me. They considered me to be a sort of successful candidate, and they decided to sort of try and help me. However, ever since then, there hasn't really been any opportunities which fit sort of the SaaS sales role. So I've been pretty much in a state of limbo, looking for jobs, looking for some advice, looking to get into to that field, and to sort of to begin a career and just sort of explode in it. Pretty much, I'm ready. I'm proper passionate. I'm driven. I'm just struggling to get myself into a position or be seen or noticed, potentially.
Great context, well articulated. Talk to me more about what you're trying to achieve in your life, because you mentioned being hungry, driven, passionate. What are you doing all of this for?
So when I lost my previous job as the pretty much CTO mentee, I lost a bit of independence, and that was sort of devastating, sort of having to move sort of back in with my parents. I'm quite a success sort of hungry person. I just like to succeed and achieve and sort of get results and stuff, which is where the notion of sort of sales came in, and then the software being my experience and my interest in it. I'm pretty much driven because I want to be independent. I want to be able to achieve sort of success in the sense of sort of I want to be able to do the things that I want to do. I want to be able to buy a house. I want to be able to. I'm really into cars, and I'm a crazy sort of car fanatic, and that's quite a financially straining sort of passion to be involved in. I want to be able to do that freely, and I just want to sort of get some satisfaction out of a job that I'm doing. In the previous positions that I've been in, excluding the last one, I haven't really been able to gain satisfaction out of my work. There haven't really been sort of real targets. There haven't really been sort of real sort of goals to chase after. It's just pretty much been testing or sort of customer face sort of positions where there's not really targets or that sense of accomplishment or fulfillment. I'm looking for a job that I can pretty much gain my independence back with. I want to be able to sort of fund and sort of practice my passion in cars. I want to be able to get my own place and just get some fulfillment out of a career while I'm doing that, instead of just sort of being just any other cog in a wheel and just not being really not important, if that makes sense.
I got it. Well said. What's the dream car?
So I'm a big BMW fanatic. I love BMWs, absolutely crazy, and I like the classics. So I actually really want to get myself an E30. It's called an E30. It's a very, very old classic BMW. Yeah. I've currently got sort of an E46 M3. It's a 2003 car. It's my absolute pride and joy. And she needs some sort of maintenance and sort of work done on her, but I'm sort of financially strained at the moment and sort of feeling a bit held back. But yeah, it's BMWs all the way. I'm a BMW man.
Love it. Well, look, let's talk a bit about your situation. So ambitious, driven, hungry, clearly want to earn well, want to have infinite optionality with the cars. I get vision. The first thing I'll say is great choice in wanting to pursue SaaS sales. No doubt, best place to be, infinite upside with your earnings. I can hear you, the way that you talk, the way that you interact. You've got good raw DNA for this. With the right coaching development, I could see that you have potential. I can just hear that. So I hope that gives you some semblance of confidence. The challenge that you're having is very common. SaaS sales is a bit of a closed industry in a certain regard, in that it's not the easiest to get into without some form of sponsorship or mentorship, or someone who can, in essence, pull you over the fence. So that is often the case. What I want you to do, is think about your situation from the perspective of the hiring manager. So the hiring manager is in a position right now where, on average, they're receiving 200 applications per role.
Yeah.
Really, really think about that. So in that scenario, you've got to ask yourself, what are you doing every single day to be the one of the 200?
Yeah.
How are you doing something that sets you apart from the one of the 200? Because every single time you hit that apply button on LinkedIn or on Indeed, all you're doing is saying, hey, I'm another one of the pack.
Yeah.
You're not going to get seen. And so you've got to go and do something different. I did a podcast with someone called Laura. You should check the episode out. My podcast used to be called Elite Level. Now it's called On Target, but go and check it. And Laura's incredible because she made a decision that she was born in the US. She wanted to move to Australia, but she didn't know anyone in Australia and she didn't have any contacts there. And she, of course, didn't have a job there. So what she did was she spent every single day reaching out to people on LinkedIn, requesting coffee conversations. X percentage didn't reply to her, but she knew she'd always get a certain amount of responses. She knew if I send 20 messages, I'll get, 2 responses and 1 confirmation. And she just did that as a system every day. And then within a X amount of time, she was on a plane to Australia with a job. Then she decided she wanted to move from Australia to the UK. But she's like, well, I don't know anyone. I don't have any contacts, but I know I want a job in SaaS sales in the UK. So what do you think she did? She repeated her system.
Mm-hmm.
And what that did for her is she did something different, right? She set herself apart from the crowd. So that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing is a non-shameless plug that you need to look at joining my program. I created my program SaaS Shift for exactly this use case. I realized that SaaS sales changed my life. I wanted to do the same for many other people, but I realized the access was the challenge. So I created a program where we do the education, the mentorship, the coaching, the community, and the placement all in one program. So we educate you and then place you within 60 days. So it's a non-shameless plug because from what I've heard from you, this is what you need. So also when you wrap, check saasshift.com, schedule some time with us and we'll see if we can help you out.
Alex, I've actually seen it and checked it, and I'm interested in that. So I was in the process of reading up on the website and reading and watching the videos and stuff that you had put up before the call. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in the SaaS Shift the program that you've got going on.
Was the advice I said before that helpful?
It was, and I have actually been doing something similar. So I previously, where there was job applications, any job application that I saw, I'd research to see if there's anybody that I can contact on LinkedIn, and I'll try and sort of call and contact and see if I can get through to people. If not, I'll see if I can get the number for the company and see if I can get through to somebody there. I'd also spoke to a recruiter at one point who pretty much gave me advice, which I have been following, and it's similar to what I've been doing, but just a little bit better. So I'm doing the role of an SDR to become an SDR in SaaS. So I have actually been for the last couple of days contacting and connecting with people and asking them for just some guidance, pretty much just to sort of get a 5-minute conversation with them. I've had a few people accept my connection, so 4 to 5 sales sort of VPs accept my connection, and I've sent them a message and just waiting for a reply. This started pretty much yesterday or the day before. So I've been doing sort of a similar stance, sort of tactic to try and get myself recognized, because just like you said at the start, I've been experiencing exactly that. When there's a job opportunity on LinkedIn obviously tells you how many applicants there are, and I always think, do you know what, if I hit easy apply, or if I go to this website and apply, I am literally just one of these people, and my CV is not going to get looked at. Let's consider the fact that you don't really have any SDR experience, so straight off the bat you're already going bottom of the barrel. So my tactic was try and get on the phone, get actual conversation with somebody so they can just hear who I am and see if I can pretty much get a little, give them an insight into me and try and see if I can secure an interview. So that's what I've been trying to do. It's mainly recruiters that I get through to, and I've noticed recruiters like to promise the world or try and sort of say that they can do X, Y, and Z, and obviously they've got their clients that they need to think about as well. So I haven't really had a lot of progress with them, or the right sort of opportunities come up. And I've been told a few times, the market isn't great. That's sort of a comment that I've been receiving recently, but sort of doing research and I get sort of news sort of pop-ups on my phone as well, which pretty much say, that SaaS market is actually really good right now. It's booming. So just left in a sort of state of, I'm trying to get through to companies, so I'm getting through to recruiters. And my recent tactic is try and approach sales VPs and sort of sales managers to see if I can get a 5-minute conversation with them. The only issue that is that
because unfortunately I've got to move to the next call at any second.
Yeah.
Remember that, reaching out doesn't just mean a box ticked. It's a constant A/B test. What is your messaging? What are you saying? What's your pronunciation like? All these things can mean the difference between success or failure. So remember that. Also, think about how are you adding value to the other side? You just only asking for time. Some people aren't going to receive that well, right? What about how can you add value to that other person? Is there something you can take off their plate? Is there a way you can add value to their lives to warrant that? Create more of a trade scenario. So just think about that too. I'd love to continue this with you, Emma. I think you got a ton of potential. I've got to fly, but please keep pushing because I'm absolutely confident you can make something special happen for yourself.
Thanks, Alex. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to try the SaaSshift.com as well and put myself forward for that as well.
Wonderful. Have a great Saturday. Keep me updated. Cheers now.
Very much. Take care, Alex. Bye-bye.